I think they're in a world of trouble, personally. I mean, they're pretty good. On talent alone and mediocre coaching, they could still win 9 games.
Yeah.
But, man, if they lose 4 games this year, I don't think they're gonna put up with that.
It was alarming to me how undisciplined and how soft they were, which is the things you just spoke to. It was staggering to watch. Two programs that kind of needed it. I think on Saturday got it. I mean, Brian Kelly needed an opening win. He needed one in the worst way, and that's as hostile a place as you're going to play in a Clemson team that I like a lot in terms of big picture stuff. And then the University of Miami getting a win against Notre Dame on Sunday night with Carson Beck, who a year ago at this time most people thought was going to go number 1 in the draft. We all know what happened at Georgia, but he looked pretty good for them. What did you make of those two games that happened Saturday night and Sunday night?
Yeah, LSU looks like a championship contender. That defense is night and day from what it was last year, and they were able to do so by getting a lot of players out of the transfer portal. In a lot of ways, best thing that happened to LSU this offseason was losing Bryce Underwood to Michigan, because it helped them save a lot of money that they spent on defensive players. And I think Garrett Nussmeier might end up proving to be the best quarterback in the country this year. I really believe that. They're legit this year. Clemson, I got a lot of worries about. I got more worries about Clemson than Texas.
Do you?
Clemson can't run the freaking ball. They struggled with that last year at times, and they struggled again against LSU. And outside of 3 7-yard runs, they were averaging 1.3 yards per carry. I'm very worried about Clemson and that offense. The good thing for them is if they play in the ACC. Their schedule's relatively easy, so they should get to the ACC championship game. But I mean, if they just look mediocre running the ball the rest of the season, I don't see them going deep in the playoff once they get there. And then Miami, I mean, Miami was the team that I had the most questions about. Mm-hmm. But because I went down there this spring and hung out with them, but I just being around them and your naked eye, you're going, this team is stacked. They are loaded, and a lot of those were new guys in the skill positions. So I was still high on them in the preseason rankings, but man, I still had a lot of questions like, do I trust my own eye, what I saw there? Am I falling into the trap? And they looked the part on Sunday night. I was very impressed with them. I picked them in the preseason to finish second in the ACC, but then beat Clemson in the ACC championship game, and I could see that. Another thing to keep in mind about Miami, they don't leave the state of Florida until November. Wow. I mean, they don't have to go much places. And that Florida State game certainly looks a lot tougher and more appetizing to the casual viewer. But still, they don't have to leave their own state until November. So keep that in mind when we talk about them maybe going on a run here.
I'll get you out of here on this one, buddy, and greatly appreciate your time. Is there a result that happened over the weekend that caught your attention that we're not talking about enough?
Oh, yeah, and it's a team I was high on in the preseason, Utah. That offense, if you haven't watched them, the offense looks a lot more like what they did with Urban Meyer back in the 2000s. They're using more RPO, they're faster tempo, and they've got a mobile quarterback in the New Mexico transfer, Devin Dampier. They just absolutely obliterated UCLA on the road, and it's that offense. Devin Dampier, as long as he keeps the turnovers down, Utah is going to be in the thick of it in the Big 12, and they're my preseason pick to win the Big 12 championship this year. Keep an eye on the Utes.
Great stuff, buddy. As always, greatly appreciate your time. Hopefully we treated you well up here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's always great in Columbus. It was awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, there he goes. Brandon Marcello, National College Football reporter, CBS, joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We get you 3 things on a Tuesday up next. Bishop and Friends right here on The Fan.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Daily Ryan Day Show is brought to you locally by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers and by Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The Daily Show with Coach Ryan Day, brought to you by Safe Flat Auto Glass. I know defense was the big topic coming out of Saturday. I have to ask you about Arvell Reese with how he played out there, especially the way he was involved in key plays.
Yeah, Arvell is a key part of our defense this year. And I think what we're doing, really emphasizes his skill set and his versatility. He really can play. If he had to play at all three levels, he probably could. But when you see Arvell, you just recognize his length and his size, and then when you watch him play, his change of direction, his speed. But he plays violent, has from the minute he got here. Comes from Glenville. Coach Ginn did a great job just, with his mindset, and he plays really, really hard. So this is a guy that we, coming out of preseason camp, expected to make an impact early on for this defense, and then you saw that on Saturday.
Okay, we'll have another comment in just a moment.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
Buckeye fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Another guy, coach, that seemed to have an impact was Jalen McClain at safety. And, looking, you see him all over the place, kind of almost similar to what we've become accustomed to from Caleb Downs.
Yeah, and I think he and Caleb work together well. They communicate well. They spend a lot of time together. And when the communication is clean back there, we were really good. And we got to continue to do that. When we're at home and it's loud like that, you got to do a great job with hand signals and making sure everybody's on the same page. But first start, you're not too sure until they get into the stadium in that environment what you're going to get. But I think Jalen's a good example of what we saw in practice is what we saw in the stadium and on the film. Not 100%, but a lot of it. And that's a good sign for a young team when you see guys playing the way that they're practicing. There are times where guys get, nerved up, and all of a sudden you start to see things on the field that you don't recognize. That didn't happen, and I think it's a tribute really to the work that Jalen's put in, but also Coach Guerreri, Coach Walton on the back end, and I can't give those guys enough credit on the preparation that they put in for this game.
There's the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Keep your summer fun going at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now through September 2nd, get a stylish new 25 Corolla with 4.99 APR financing or 5.99 on Corolla Hybrid. Excludes Corolla Cross and GR Corolla. Or lease a gas-powered Corolla LE for $199 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
For more than 35 years, Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse has been known by Buckeye Nation as serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks have been a staple in Columbus with 3 locations in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. Hyde Park is proud to introduce our newly added wine room at the downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining will surround you. And coupled with live entertainment every weekend, Hyde Park will be the perfect setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
USDA Choice Bone and Ribeye Steaks are $9.99 a pound in the value pack with your digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in its tighty-whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Bishop and Friends is sponsored by Diamond Seller, your true jeweler for over 75 years. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
us on YouTube. Search WBNS Radio and you can see what Bo looks like. But only if you subscribe. This is Bishop and Friends.
All right, Reese, what do you have on the poll today?
A more fitting fan poll greets us on Tuesday. It asks, would you be in favor of Ohio State giving Ryan Day a lifetime contract?
Jeez.
73% say no.
That's like a June. It's like a June one.
It works when you knock off the number one team in the country, I think.
I would. I would. I think you're going to be in a very good spot going forward here. It's something we're going to get into a little bit more tomorrow, but just kind of the position that you're in on these type of things. And I think a realization, too, of how hard this all is to do this, to win every game and to be in the mix and to win national titles. And it's never more difficult than it is now. And it's only going to get harder when you go to 16 teams. There's a million factors that lead into it.
I am with the 73% that say no. I don't think lifetime contracts should be given to anybody because life is a long time.
I was going to give you a lifetime contract to be the captain.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why? I feel like you can lead a great regiment.
If I've got a lifetime contract, who's not to say in 5 years it's feet on the table every single day? Who's to say it's not now?
5 years.
I'll call the cops on you.
5 minutes.
No way it takes
I'm out
5
the door.
years.
All right, time for 3 things on a Tuesday. Hit it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3 things.
Sponsored by Buckeye Lake Marina, Central Ohio's largest selection of new and pre-owned boats. Find your next dream boat at BuckeyeLakeMarina.com.
All right, number one for me. So yesterday afternoon, went and played. I always, it didn't feel like Labor Day because we worked, like we did the show, so it didn't really feel like Labor Day. But I always feel like Labor Day is the official end of summer. I know we have a couple of more weeks, but it feels like the end. So we want to go out and play a little golf with the boys and close out the father versus son matches, the summer matches anyway. So me and Bootsy versus the two bigs. And this perfectly illustrates the love-hate I have with that sport. So we played 9. I played as good as I can play. It was the first 5 holes. It was every green in regulation. Everything was a birdie putt, par. I think he had 1 bogey. He was playing great. Bootsy and I were dominating. We get to the most innocuous par 3 where there's water, but it's not really even in play. It's 125 yards. Like, it's a wedge. And I'd been throwing darts. And what do? I get up on the box and I chunk the thing right into water that isn't even in play. This is the easiest little wedge ever in the history of the sport. And I hit it into the water. And that, to me, is golf. That is my golf experience. It makes no damn sense. It's awful.
Evil game.
Like, I'm sitting here with this thing going, okay, this is easy. Like, just keep this going. You're going to have maybe your best 9-hole round ever. And I just chunk it right into the water. Brutal sport.
First thing for me, saw pictures floating around yesterday of The Rock at Cannes, the International Film Fest. He was debuting the Smashing Machine. Cannes.
You pronounce everything right.
You're right.
Always.
It wouldn't be Canes because that's chicken fingers. At James Caan.
You could give Reese the name of a Nicaraguan center fielder and he will ace it. And then you just did Canes.
Yeah. Well, so he was at the chicken finger place, and people were noticing how much weight he lost.
Very different experiences, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. He's playing an MMA fighter in the new movie that's coming out, and when they did the debut, it got a 15-minute standing ovation afterward.
Okay.
And The Rock's lost, I guess, 60 pounds for the role.
Okay.
And people were wondering, why has he lost so much weight? I'm like, well, the guy's in his 50s. Does he really want to be 260? That's a ton of weight to carry around at that age. Like, good for him because he looks healthy.
Yeah. And he's got to be done wrestling, right?
Canes, Cons, Hurricanes.
No, 50's young for that sport. 73.
Yeah, Ric Flair wrestles still.
Ric Flair's got a match next week.
97.
Well, they don't have $1 billion tequila empire, though.
Bleed all over the place.
Reese even got the Cal quarterback's name right somehow.
He did, yeah.
When we were talking earlier in the show, and I know this is probably an unpopular opinion, I'm not ready for the NFL. No. I'd like another week of college football, quite frankly. Last week was so good. Give me the crappy week this week, then I'll be ready for the NFL.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think college football, when it plays week 1, week 0, and week 2, week 1, I think you're on to things. I think that's really a sweet spot to get 2 full weeks in, and maybe you can balance them out a little bit better so the matchups are all there. I think it all plays. Number 2 for me, I'm just going to say it like it is. Carolina Blues undefeated. I've never been a fan of North Carolina basketball, football, anything but the brand. But when you saw last night, and while their football team was a mess, that uniform, Kenan Stadium, everything around it, it is a sleeping giant. I really still believe that, and I think that shade of blue is just perfection. They just crush it.
I guess second thing for me will be from the Department of Corrections. It was the Venice International Film Festival, so it wasn't even the right fest that the film debuted at. Goodness me.
The Venice Film Festival.
I took over Venice. I did take in the Upper Arlington Labor Day Arts Festival yesterday. On Sunday, we took a walk around Northam Park, and then we went to a place that I hadn't been in over 20 years, and that was Chef Onette in the Tremont Center. Yeah. Undefeated. The nostalgia trip that I took over the weekend was pretty great.
Second thing for me, I became Bo a couple weeks ago. I pretty much checked out on baseball, but I did have MLB Network on today during the show, and I saw a few things that caught my eye. Sal Stewart did debut for the Reds yesterday, got a base hit in his first at bat, liked that. Former Red Aroldis Chapman has gone 46 straight batters without a hit.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. That's like 5 no-hitters. And the Astros had some uniforms on that I don't know what they were, but they were bad.
I saw none of that. Number 3 for me, more of this weather. Please last as long as can be. I mean, this is just heaven. I'm concerned that it's happening so early, but it is so lovely to just leave the windows open and take it all in, boys.
A busy day here on The Fan, as Baker will kind of give you what's happening in the next couple of minutes. But you'll have that AP Top 25 Week 2 coming out in the noon hour. And then Buckeye Roundtable, because of Labor Day yesterday, Skip, Paul, and Jim did not labor on Monday. They'll have the Roundtable tonight at 6:02. Ryan Day is going to join that program around 6:35.
And if that's not enough Ryan Day for you, a victory Ryan Day press conference coming your way next. Then Rothman and Ice take over. They'll have Tyvis Powell at 1:30, Austin Ward at 2:30.
You have that to look forward to, which is nice. We're back tomorrow, Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan.
Looking for bold flavors and award-winning spirits? High Bank Distillery is your destination for handcrafted cocktails, locally inspired dishes, and Whiskey War, the nationally recognized whiskey. Stop by their Grandview, Gahanna, and Westerville locations this week. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Script Ohio necklaces, Blocko earrings, Ohio State bangles, and more. You'll find an exclusive collection of luxury Buckeye jewelry you'll love at the Diamond Cellar, starting at $99. Show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin, lease 2 Elantras for $200. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $200 a month for 24 months. Both your new Elantras come with complimentary Hyundai maintenance, with free oil changes and tire rotations for your entire lease. GLakesHyundaiofDublin.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10K miles per year. In time due.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know
Right now, the time we are in, that is the best time of year to buy new windows. Yeah, whether you have old drafty windows or the cheap ones that came with your house, September is the perfect month to protect your home against cold, snowy weather. And let's be honest, it's going to get hot later next year anyway, so you want it for then too. Year-round savings with energy-efficient windows from Window Nation, that's one of the best offers they have. But now this month, they have an even better offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. And if you're a Buckeye fan, you've got another reason to buy, because Window Nation will give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you purchase a whole home full of windows. Trusted company, a reasonable price. Go Bucks. It's all there. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest, no payments until 2027. WindowNation.com or 866-90-NATION to get your free quote today. That's 866-90-NATION or WindowNation.com. Go Bucks.
Back to work, school, it's all happening. It's real life. Routine shouldn't be a bad word. How about winning rhythm? Losing weight every week with Awaken 180 and looking forward each day in every weigh-in. Fast results online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Parents, are your teens good with money? No. Switch to Huntington Bank and let's teach them. They get their own card, which they can add to their digital wallet, and you can monitor and set spending limits. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.